Sing it.
Yeah.
It is crazy. I was just up in Traverse City this weekend.
Thank you, Jennifer.
And they had like, I swear, like 2 feet of snow.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw that on the news.
I was like in like wedges, open-toed wedges. I didn't think it was gonna snow.
Okay, but like
Oh
it's
my
May
God.
3rd. Why is it so cold here?
It snowed on your birthday quite a few
Yeah,
years.
it has
That's end of
been
May.
by my end of May. I know I've gone to Florida before and not been in shorts yet.
Yeah.
I'm done, guys. I've been sitting at baseball games 3 days a week in my heated
Yeah, that'd be
vest
horrible.
Right.
with my heated blanket and not being able to feel my toes.
I remember just sitting in the car. Like, I can see you from here, honey.
Yeah.
The problem with baseball is
No,
that
it's baseball. Some of the
was
baseball fields you can see.
I did sit in my car the other day, but I kept going, there's a ball that's going to hit my windshield.
Oh,
I know it.
I didn't even
know
care.
It.
Worth
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Worth it.
$300 worth it?
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
For the chances of it happening, yes.
I've seen.
Oh, dang it. You can see her feet. I was really hoping that wouldn't be the case.
Oh, you mean those blue Crocs you're rocking right now? Lori and I actually have the same shoes on.
Oh, we do.
I have those
Super
shoes in my
cozy.
closet, and I was going to put them on, but I have a bruise like this big on my foot.
Why? What happened?
I have no idea.
Huh. That's
I
weird.
thought maybe it was
On
like
the bottom of your foot?
No, on the top
On the
of my
top.
foot. Yeah, I've got like a giant bruise.
I like that you're taking your
like-
sock off right now.
That the whole thing's a bruise.
Ow.
Oh, those bones heal really
I
slow,
have
too.
no idea what I did to it.
If you get hurt.
Well, Crocs are the way to
I'm
go.
in comfortable shoes that are not pushing on my bruise.
Lori, how many pairs of Crocs have you owned in your life?
Hi.
Never.
How many will you own in your life?
Oh, from the
Never.
Philippines.
You guys,
That's
the
nice.
answers to this do
Very
not
cool.
match the. I printed
So wait,
a quiz.
You printed a coffee quiz and you don't like the answers? Or you
No,
don't believe
they
the
don't
answers?
match, actually.
Oh.
What do you mean they don't match?
Like, the first one says,
Oh.
which continent do coffee plants come from? And it's like, what is the most common type of coffee
that's
beans?
because you have your pages all mixed up.
No, I don't. This is the answer. These are the questions, and that was supposed to be the quiz.
Shouldn't we have known this anyway?
Okay, anyways, no, I figured it out. I've got it. Okay, so here I researched
That means
what
she's
are
making
the,
up what she's going to say next.
Right? Which means we can answer whatever we want and it's right.
These are supposedly the top trivia questions for coffee.
Lies.
Which continent do coffee plants come from?
Okay, but continent would be
Yeah.
like...
No, this isn't even an accurate question.
Well, because, like, I mean,
There's lots
there's
of
several.
continents.
Yeah, South America,
Are we
Africa.
enthusiasts about specialty
Yeah.
coffee? Yes. Yes, we are.
We are. We love specialty coffee. What alcohol is in Irish coffee?
Well, I mean,
Alcohol? Whiskey?
I'd say Bailey's.
I would say Bailey's too. I'm like, I don't know.
It's whiskey.
Britton is right. She knows her coffee. It is whiskey.
No, she knows her whiskey.
Yeah, I know my whiskey. Let's be real here.
I know, we just brought some bourbon back for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. Ooh, that was nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
yeah, you
Traverse
guys,
City.
some of these are interesting. I don't know. In which coffee would you find hot chocolate?
Where'd you find this on Wikipedia?
Find hot chocolate.
Well, okay. I guess that's what I would answer.
It's that one.
No,
What?
it's a mocha.
No.
Is that what the answer is? Is a
That's
mocha?
what- yeah,
No,
I
there
mean, you
is that
think of
one that's
mocha.
mixed with hot chocolate. that
We
people
have a
order.
mocha cream or
No,
also
it's not the mocha cream. It's the
half and
Diablo,
half.
Diablo.
Cafe
Diablo.
Diablo.
That's it.
But we
Diablo.
made that up. Those were our drinks.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
No?
you guys,
No.
this is, I don't know. This is a really weird.
I think your
quiz.
quiz is terrible.
It is pretty terrible.
Did you get this from like Wish?
Did you get a Wish
was
coffee
free.
quiz?
It was free, I will say that.
And we can
Yeah,
tell.
here's the important things. What is the third essential ingredient to make an espresso martini?
Vodka.
Espresso, Kahlua, and
Vodka.
Well,
not
because a
tequila?
martina
I
is
thought it
well,
was
martini
tequila.
is vodka,
no,
isn't
martini's
it?
vodka.
oh,
Yeah.
I would have put tequila in it.
I think we know our
Ew,
alcohol
that's
better than
disgusting.
anything.
Yeah. No, I didn't have any.
Oh yeah,
tequila.
you had that
I
strawberry
like how she gave up
margarita.
on the quiz. 3 questions in, answered the ones about alcohol, and done.
What's like what coffee means stained in Italian?
Whoever wrote this, English was not their first language.
What, did you read it before you printed it?
The
I read some
answer
of it.
to
I
that was
skimmed it.
no.
I skimmed it.
I skimmed it, but I didn't know the
skimmed it.
answers would be so weird.
Yeah, but on Real Coffee Topic.
It is vodka.
Yeah, I know it's vodka. I know how to make a martini.
Hey,
I don't like
Joshua,
them.
we don't have any coffee beaneries in Philippines, so you're probably on the wrong coffee beanery.
Do you know what?
yeah.
There is a coffee beanery in the Philippines. It's
And we're not affiliated.
But it's not associated with us
Yeah.
at all. They trademarked it there before we did. So
In the 70s.
yeah, quite a while ago.
Yeah. So a little bit different. Morning, Charles. Morning, Janelle.
Good morning. So we don't really know how they process their coffee or.
Yeah, where
our coffee is all specialty coffee. It's all Arabica. You know, we take great pride in giving you the best coffee available
and
anywhere.
flavored coffee.
And then we're really known for our flavor coffee. We have
Yeah.
over 45 different kinds. What does black cherry make us?
Oh my
46?
gosh, I don't
I
even
don't
know.
Is it the
But
46?
I
It's
don't
like
know,
the
'cause
presidents.
We
should
retired.
like to see you
We retired Simple Sunday, so.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I told Britton, though? On Monday when we were pulling orders, I said, we're pulling more black cherry right now than Michigan cherry.
Well, everybody's got to try
I think
it.
everyone's
They
tried
do,
it.
but
Yeah, I'm so
will
curious
the
if
trend
anyone's
stay?
tried it
I
and loved
know.
it. I know my mom's really upset because she ordered last Monday, I think, and hasn't received her order yet.
You love the black cherry, Charles.
Yeah,
I'm so
so
glad.
good.
I
am
love
looking
it.
at. I love the black cherry too.
I know Uncle Boomer texted me the other day, and he's like, "Okay, you got to tell me about this black cherry and the white chocolate strawberry."
Oh, both of them are so good.
I'm so terrible because I'm like, they're both good. I don't just order it all.
It's
Yeah.
so hard because it's like what you're in the mood for.
Yeah.
It's like saying, do you want potato chips or a Twix bar?
Maybe I want both.
Depends
Both?
what if I want chocolate or salt.
Well, then
do
I
you
would
want fruity
say
or nutty or
sea salt caramel because you can get sweet and salty, right?
Yeah, but then what if you want fruit?
Then you get a K-cup machine and
Then
you make your
need
banana
a closet like
nut bread. Yeah.
Charles.
Yeah.
Charles
Jason
has the
Tago.
ultimate.
Yeah, we know Jason.
Yeah,
Oh, Jason, sure.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he is one of our franchisee
and Brighton.
in Brighton.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Yes.
owns the Brighton location.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and he's from the Philippines.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
Just
I'm
came
his
back.
mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
His American
I'm
mom.
his U.S. mom.
He did come to Christmas.
He did. Yes. So.
Yes, if you don't know what to choose, having a closet full of coffee like Charles
Yeah,
has
closet
is a
full of
great
coffee.
idea because then you have a little of everything.
I'm really jealous, actually. I've got like 3 kinds of K-cups right now by my K-cup machine. I
you know
feel
you run a
super
coffee
spoiled.
company. You can bring
I'm
more
super
home.
spoiled.
Yeah.
Well, I don't only have so much room. So,
I mean, you could bring some home every day, theoretically,
Yes.
if you wanted.
and I just drink it on the weekends, so it's not like I'm going through a ton.
That's
but
true.
oh my gosh, so we went up to Traverse City, and I think like 16 of us stayed in one big room. It was like
Were
it
there
was summer camp.
were there beds
for
or were there like
adults.
air mattresses?
They were like bunk beds with like the double on the bottom and the single on the top, but there were beams going across, so the top bunks had like this much clearance.
Oh no.
So if you like sit up, you were
I
in
would
trouble.
hit my head.
And then there was a fold-out couch, but actually it worked out really well. I was really worried about the snoring level
Yeah.
of the room, but
well, because wasn't everybody drunk?
Well, it was a winery. You did winery.
It was. We did a winery tour. Yeah, we were celebrating a 50th and a 60th birthday.
Fun.
And my friends are pretty, they're very fun. And some people flew from North Carolina to come there and do it.
Well, I mean, they used to own a bar.
So
they
it was a lot of
Have
fun.
some tolerance.
There was, yeah, they have tolerance. I do not.
Yeah.
I was the DD at the end of the day.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So we're not quite a third wave coffee shop.
Yeah.
We're not quite that indie. We do have flavored coffee and some other things that are a little bit taboo in the third wave.
And
Oh,
we do,
nice, Charles.
you know, a
Thank
lot
you.
of third wave will, you know, they want coffee to be used up, you know, within 2 to 4 weeks. And with our packaging that we have, we really have a much longer lifespan, and we have to produce it. I mean, we do have stores in other countries, and we have to ship things to our stores and distributors, and those little short, those are really more of a community only kind of coffee. I don't know how you ship anything.
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
you're
I
doing
mean,
it.
it is the local, you know, the people who are coming in the morning to your coffee shop and can pick up some beans.
But I would put
Yeah.
our coffee against those for sure.
Oh, yeah, we have great coffee. We're able to use like not a vacuum seal, but a nitrogen sealed
one-way
package
valve.
with a valve, so it protects the integrity of the bean.
Very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
that can
cocoa.
degas naturally too.
Cocoa.
And Charles says he shares his K-cups at work with his
Yay.
coworkers.
Oh, that's nice,
You're a good
Charles. I
friend.
bet they like you a lot.
Don't we
Yeah.
flavor our own cocoa?
We do.
Isn't that our trick?
Yeah, the cocoa
For
we have, we
now.
flavor, yeah.
For now, I just
For
think
now.
I think they've given.
Cocoa is so messy, you guys.
It just creates puffs
All
everywhere.
over the place.
It's just
Like,
everywhere.
It's
when
a
they
cocoa
come
dust
out
bowl.
of the
Yeah.
clean room after packaging cocoa, they're
it
like they
is.
can smell it for days. They wear like
Yeah.
masks and all this stuff, and it's just cocoa.
And they just have a
They're
film
just
of cocoa.
Yeah,
everywhere.
And not in a good way.
yeah.
No, just pouring it up into the packaging machine just gets
just
it
poofs.
everywhere.
Yeah, it's not a fun job.
Yeah, Joshua, a lot of our baristas do know how to make latte art. Patty probably does. I
You
haven't
know-
worked in the store in so long.
Well, and that's
You
one
worked
of
in
the
the store after
reasons
me,
we don't
too.
do
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the automatic espresso machines, because we want to make sure that the puck size is right and to make some artistry and
Yeah,
be able to really
too.
make a good espresso drink.
Yeah.
So our baristas are more trained than pushing a button.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So some of the more advanced baristas will know how to do latte art.
It's
Not
really
all of
milk,
them.
and it
Yeah.
comes down to milk too, because if you're not getting a whole milk or a good milk, it's
Yeah.
hard to make latte art out of some
Yeah.
of the others too.
Yeah.
But I do love it when they do it.
I mean, we're
When
kind
I'm
of
somewhere and they put a little heart on it.
I feel like
Yeah,
we're
little
more like
rosette.
merging the gap between a really third wave indie shop and a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Like we're a little bit in the middle
Yeah.
of those two things.
We're not a push button operation. We're a little bit more
Yeah.
artistic,
And
I'd say.
and actually with our coffee, with the right roast that we do,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we do small batch roast everything, and we roast it
Yeah.
in a little tiny roaster, replicate the whole process onto our big roaster. So that is a lot more than somebody who just takes Colombian coffee and pushes a button and does it at the same temperature and the same profile every time. We don't do that. We actually develop profiles for each crop that we get. So that does really set us apart. And honestly, because some of the technology and stuff, it will be better than even some of the third wave people, just because they don't have access. So like Britton's saying, we're kind of like a hybrid where we can still do personal attention and small batch roast and do things.
Yeah.
But we're economical enough to.
Well, we
that
have
can-
access to
Yeah.
big enough
Yeah.
lots of coffee, whereas the indie guys just don't always have access to that kind of
So
stuff.
it's kind
as
of
well.
a good mix of both worlds.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Small enough and big enough.
That's kind of with branding too. Our branding's like small enough and big enough. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It can go both ways. Yeah.
We're just a little middleman.
Yeah, but we are privately held. We are a third generation family company, so there's not that many. Third generation is really tough. The statistics on getting to third generation
Really?
are very low.
Really?
Well, I mean, let's be clear. We have third generation working here, but we are not third generation
Right.
held
Right.
yet.
Yeah.
But
But
we're
we're
not
getting there.
Yeah.
You know,
So no,
we have none of us are old enough.
so no, so we're
experienced
working on
enough.
that. But
You're getting there. Yeah.
but a lot of people, honestly, it just comes down to a lot of times the second or third generation doesn't want to work in the company.
Right. They want to do
And
something else.
companies take a lot of effort, and sometimes it does take away from families, and families are like, I don't want to, I see my parents doing that. I don't want to have any part of that.
Right.
Toronto is that Coffee Fest in Toronto? It might be. We've gone to Coffee Fest in Atlanta and
They just
Chicago.
had it in.
They do it. Do they
Boston
do
or
it 4
something.
times, 3 or
Yeah.
4
I
times a
think they do
year?
it once a
Yeah.
quarter. Yeah. They just had the Specialty Coffee Association in Portland last week. And then.
And a couple
they've got-
weeks ago, they're having it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
try to attend every other year or so.
Yeah, and it's kind of like Coffee Fest is a lot of indie
Yes.
coffee shops that go, so it's not always. Some of the technologies and stuff is cool, but
Yeah.
it's hard because we're a franchise company.
Right.
We
Yeah.
have our cafes. We have coffee. But like, which avenue do you?
C stores.
Right.
Yeah.
So we go to a lot of different shows every year and try to bounce it around. But Coffee
Yeah.
Fest is always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool too because when we go, usually it's like innately the things we were thinking about are just reaffirmed as like, oh, that's a cool direction.
Yes.
Oh, Bill likes the Pride and Prejudice coffee.
Oh, latte art competition. Nice.
So our friend Anna Gutierrez is the judge
She
for the
is.
National Latte Art Competition.
Was it latte art? Or
Hi,
was
Charles. Have a
Or
great
was
day.
it the?
She does latte.
She
she's
does latte art.
Yeah.
Okay.
art
Yep. I always joke
competition.
that she's
Good
my
morning,
sister.
Donna.
Yeah.
Okay, the bill. Pride and Prejudice, right? Such a unique box. Such a
I
cool
loved
box.
it. I thought it was really cool. I thought Patty did an excellent job curating that box.
Thank you.
That was
Thank
a
you.
cool box.
And it is hard to make it resonate in such a. I know we talked before. It's like we tried so hard with this Edgar Allan Poe to make it work, and it just.
I still am
couldn't.
not putting a pin in it. I know we already got something else for October, but it's.
Those
I
names
love
were
it.
like 5 words long.
Listen,
Like,
I got until next October to figure it out how to
Ravens,
do it better.
raspberry, rockin'.
Okay,
she's
so
got it
around.
listen, Bill, I know you're a reader. Okay, so first of all, I need to know, do you like Austen? Okay, Jane Austen, that is. And secondly, tell me about Poe. Would you like a Poe box since you're a reader?
I would love a
Right?
Poe box.
Right?
It just has to make sense. I was all for it until I
The
read the
8th grade
names.
goth girl in me really wanted to make it work.
Yeah. Janelle, I don't think we have a shot at Estelle working here because she informed me that she would just like to be
Yes,
a
on
mom
Poe. Yes.
in the most dramatic way possible.
She wants to be a mom. That's
There
so
we go.
cute.
Well, she was asking about college, and I was like, "Yeah, if you need to go to college, if your job requires it," and and she looks at me and she goes, "I don't want to work. I want to be a mom."
Same, Stell, same.
She's
Because
5.
that's no work at all. I had the kids for 3 hours instead of 2 hours. I was
Right?
like, yeah, let's watch Blippy or whatever his
Bluey?
name is.
Is it Bluey?
You guys are watching Cocomelon.
Well, then they switched to Cocomelon.
yeah, Blippi's the worst.
Yeah.
He is awful.
Oh, Adam's
Ooh.
Family.
So
That's a
Adam's
cool
Family
one.
is probably still not in the public
Yeah,
domain,
But
right?
you can, like, skirt around it. a
Like the
little
Munsters, Eddie Munster.
bit. Yeah,
box,
you'd have to be careful.
I know, because there's a box we really want to do, but you've got to be so careful on wording.
Netflix
Yeah.
just did a remake. Rob Zombie made a remake of The Monsters. Did you guys ever, like, it was like the old show from like the 50s or whatever? Like,
Oh, we saw Wednesday.
yeah. No, this was different.
Wednesday was
Um,
good, though.
Rob Zombie did it, and it was different. It was different.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. And you guys
The
it's so
worst.
awful. Blippy is, I mean,
It's
Thank you,
creepy.
Bill.
it's like Blue's Clues minus 1,000.
Yeah.
Like the Blue's Clues was annoying but tolerable.
Yeah.
This
No, no,
Blippy
no.
is.
The worst was Teletubbies, though, right?
No, this is worse than
Really?
Teletubbies.
Ugh. Thank
Yeah.
God my kids are too old for
I
that
didn't
trash.
mind the sun. The sun at the Teletubbies, but
Teletubbies. Like, I just need you to speak words to my, like don't like make noises and grunts and.
Yeah.
babies
Teletubbies
love
was
Teletubbies. So
weird.
those
No.
babies love
The
sitting and
worst.
watch for
Yeah, they
Teletubbies.
do.
When
No.
that sun came up, you guys would just smile and laugh.
Well, they probably love it
and-
because we don't let them watch like kid shows at our house.
Yeah.
Like we watched Star Wars last week, but like
I refuse to do Barney.
I'm not watching
anything.
that.
Oh, the worst. What's the one I hate? The guy, the Kalu. Oh, I hate Kalu.
I've never watched.
Oh,
Kalu.
Yeah,
Kalu's the
Not
worst.
at our house.
Like, if I hate it and can't stand it, we're not. That's coming to my house.
Yeah, I banned Mr. Rogers. I won't lie with my kids. were
Mr.
little.
Rogers,
It just
really?
annoyed
She
me.
hated
Like
it.
taking off his coat and his shoes and changing everything. I'm like, if my kids want to start changing their shoes and coat every time they come in the house, I'm not behind this.
He was
I
just
can't do
getting
this.
cozy.
Yeah,
he
we
was putting on
couldn't
his indoor
watch.
cardigan.
Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You guys were crazy Power Rangers. You would go nuts.
I like Power Rangers too.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to watch it.
Oh,
You
nice.
guys still snuck and watched it all
Probably
the
though
time.
because there's 5 of us. Could you imagine us all doing?
Oh, you guys
ninja
were all
moves
Power
in the living
Ranger
room?
everywhere, and Turtles too. You guys were crazy enough. You didn't need like new moves to try out.
Ooh, Gone with the Wind. That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be good. That's got to be pretty old, yeah.
Margaret Mitchell wrote it, I think, in the late
1800s.
1800s.
So of course it'd be 100 years old.
Joshua, I'm curious to
Bill,
hear how they
yes.
practice roasting beans. Like, what kind of roasters do they have, or do they do it at home? That's kind of interesting.
What did it say?
He says that the baristas there practice roasting their own
Mm.
beans.
Yeah, actually, when we first started, we had a roaster in our store.
You had one, and she had one in her garage too. Remember?
Yeah,
Well,
my
there was
garage,
roaster
too.
in the store
Yeah.
in Trapper's Alley, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was just the inconsistency of
Well,
the beans.
and the fires.
Well,
So-
and the venting, right,
Yeah,
with the
venting,
hood.
fire,
Oof.
smoke.
Can you
And
imagine being in a
it
mall?
would take so long to do a roast
Yeah.
that it was
Well,
just
we
it
roast
didn't make a lot
300
of sense.
kilos at a time, right?
Do we go by
600
kilos, or is that
pounds.
just drugs?
I think
We
it's
can
like
do
300
400.
Yeah.
We do 3 bags, so it's 450
Except for our
roast.
specialty coffees are roasted on what's like a 25
kilo?
pound. Yeah, it's very small.
60 kilo.
So like our flavored coffee in the separate convenience stores is roasted on a bigger roaster.
Yeah, a lot of our, of course, our Jamaican and Hawaiian, but still even a lot of our straights will be roasted on a pretty small roaster, but by a roast master here, so that people know what they're doing.
Right.
It's very hard to train somebody to get a consistent bean in the stores. More power to you if you can. Where was I just at? And they were doing it in their store, and it was a chain.
Thank you, Logan. 240 kilo and 12 kilo.
Okay, so
There
what's
you
that
go.
in pounds though?
Yeah.
Probably about
Could you just do
400
the math,
pounds
please?
and 25 pounds.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's about that.
I don't know. Bill's
As I'm
giving me all
squinting
kinds
at
of good
the thing.
ideas today, though.
I know.
I'm
Oh,
like,
what's he
my
got?
mind is
Wow.
over here
Remember,
racing.
Bill sent through a bunch of great ideas, which we are using quite a few
use
of
quite a
this
few
year.
of, right?
Yeah, we are. We sure
Yeah.
are. We sure
We
are.
love,
but
and the first year it was like, okay, it seems like it was hard, and then I thought about it, I'm like, oh, the first year is going to be the easiest year because you've already used the really common thoughts.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like doing it again.
yeah, and
I
it's
don't
just
know,
kind of
like,
something
keeping
different.
it fresh.
They'll
Yeah.
have more. I love
Blushing.
right? I don't know. I
But-
feel like the deeper you get into it, it's like, oh, but we could have done this flavor and this flavor. Maybe we need
Yeah.
to do another
Well,
box
I
like
think
that.
kind of what we've done is gone from like broad things like ice cream to like
Yeah.
now getting into more, and it's not going to be for everybody, right? Like I'm sure there's a couple people who got the Pride and Prejudice box and was like, what? I hate books, you know?
Yeah.
But then like we've had quite a bit of like bookstagrammers, I guess you'd call them, right? People who
Yeah.
like have book accounts that are all over this. Like, I just love this. This is the best
Yeah.
thing ever. So,
well, and
you
it
know.
helps that the flavors are super
And
good.
sometimes
Yeah.
we'll have something hidden that we really like that we put in a box, but nobody really knows it.
Yeah.
It's just something that we're personally enjoying at the moment.
I think one of that flavor
Thank you,
that we picked for
Donna.
December is going to be super interesting.
Donna
I can't wait
says
for
her
that.
sis always says, no one can make coffee like Coffee Beanery.
Aw, that's so
nice.
sweet.
Yeah. I love
And it
hearing that.
honestly makes our day when we hear that. We really, really appreciate. Sometimes you get bogged down in, the taxes, and it seems like all costs are going up, and you're trying to make it all work, and everybody, everybody wants more sometimes. So it's so
Yeah.
nice to be reminded.
Yeah, for sure.
that
Coffee.
that
That we
people
make
just
really
love our
good
coffee.
coffee.
And is coffee such an essential part of the day? I forgot to pack any coffee on our trip to Traverse City, and I was so sad.
I drive home.
Yeah.
And then I tried to make a Green Mountain something, and I just couldn't even drink it. It
I
was
think the banana foster,
disgusting.
that went so fast.
Yeah.
The banana Foster was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Super fast.
So I did find a little local coffee shop that I hate to say it, but I don't think they're going to be in business for very long.
Was the coffee
'Cause it's-
bad?
No, it took them like 5 minutes to make a drink.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not
And-
good. No.
And
That's a
I
long
never saw
time.
more than 3 people in the store. So
yeah.
Was
It's
it good
tough.
coffee at least?
it was okay. It was
Okay.
decent.
Yeah.
But they were using bad syrup. I mean, I know the
Yeah.
products. I'm like,
Right.
why do you use that syrup? That syrup's horrible.
I cannot
I agree
stand-
with you, Joshua. I have a really hard time going and getting coffee somewhere because I prefer pour over as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
pour
it's
over
so
is
much better.
fabulous. So much better.
So when I travel around during the summer to different baseball tournaments, you will always find my full coffee pot in a bag with my Coffee Beanery coffee and cups, because I will not be drinking your hotel coffee. I will not be going around hunting for coffee
Someone
that I don't
here
want to
just
drink.
said they used the
Yeah.
thermal bun, or Curtis, I think,
Yeah.
thermal one, and it like held coffee for like 4 or 5 hours
Well, even
on
an
their trip.
AirPod or
Wow.
something would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like a kettle. It's like
Yeah.
a thermal
Yeah.
kettle.
Okay.
Interesting.
I mean,
Yeah.
you figure cups do it so long anymore.
Right.
Yeah. They hold
Yeah.
it hot and cold. Yeah.
There's this little coffee shop down by like my kid's new school, and it's so cute, but I so want to walk in there and be like, you have terrible coffee.
I know.
You have terrible coffee.
We
Please.
said that to somebody in town, and it's like, please, I sent a salesperson there. I'm like, please just tell them to get better coffee, because I want to get coffee there when I'm getting my nails done,
Yeah.
and I can't.
That's my issue too. Is like
Yeah.
it's right on my way, and
I
I'm
know.
like, oh,
I've
it'd be
thrown
so
it away 3
convenient.
times too.
It's like a cute place and you want to go there, but then you're like, but your coffee sucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, yeah. I know. I'm like, who do you get your coffee from?
You should really get it from us.
we can private label for you.
We can make your life better. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can make people like your coffee again.
I didn't even know it was there though. Did you know? Like,
Is the one you're talking to the white building?
North End? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
North
I've
End
heard of that
Coffee
one.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
I think the name throws me off so much.
I thought it was a consignment store
Yes,
forever.
I know.
I did
It's-
not realize it was a coffee shop.
Yeah, I didn't understand the name at all.
So it's a shop that you
And
don't
I
even
think
know what
it's
it
like
is.
a nonprofit or something interesting too.
They do. I know Friday they do like some donuts for like officer or like emergency people
Yeah, I
or
think
something.
it's like
Yeah.
supposed to be it. Which coffee and community are great. You know what strikes me every time, like when I go to a business, when I do a mentor business thing with young people, college people, everybody wants to do a nonprofit. Every single person. They're
What do
like,
you
oh, I
mean?
want to do a nonprofit.
They just want to
They
like,
want to be involved in a nonprofit. And it's
Yeah.
like, you know, like everything can't be nonprofit. Like some businesses have to be for profit.
in order to
Right.
help your nonprofit.
And
Yeah.
I think it's so altruistic and really nice. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, well, a profit company too makes a strong company, so you can
Yeah.
Help
So
your
nonprofit
community.
coffee shops kind of are funny because I think the church put one in over by us too, and it's like $1 a coffee. It's like, well, now we're subsidizing the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ew.
But
And
it's
what
just
kind of coffee is
interesting.
it? Ugh.
Interesting.
Not a fan.
Look at the.
I know we've gotten a couple comments lately on people being concerned that their beans are too oily or not oily enough. So I just wanted to address that really quick. If you get flavored coffee and it's kind of oily, you do use flavoring oils, so just let it sit for another day or so. It just
Probably
could be,
open it up and let it sit.
honestly probably just got packaged too fast. Sometimes that happens. If you get a straight coffee,
Unflavored.
unflavored coffee, the oiliness on the beans is going to be affected by how dark we roast the beans. So if you're getting a super dark roast, you might see a little bit more oil on the outside of the
Because
beans.
in the roasting process, they break through. The oils break through.
But we really don't roast our coffee that dark.
no.
So it would be pretty rare that you would see an unflavored coffee with oil on the outside.
But they might be a little shiny.
Yeah, they might be a little shiny, but most of our flavor oils and stuff we keep inside of the bean. We just don't roast that dark. So just in case you're
And we
wondering.
do have some time things for coffee. Like coffee has to sit and degas. If it
Yeah.
doesn't degas long enough, then the packages might puff up. So
Yeah.
sometimes our subscription might be a little puffy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the coffee.
Yeah.
It's just that the oxygen's still in there. It
Yeah.
just didn't degas as long. And it really depends. Do you have a full bag, a half bag? There's a lot of, is it humid out? There's a lot of factors. So it's just not we do some standards, but depending on different things in the environment, it can just change a little bit.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're just making it really fast.
Yeah. Could be. Sometimes that happens.
Sometimes we package literally out of the before it's even packaged, and that's really when you would get that more for
Yeah.
the flavoring.
So it
It's
does-
really fresh.
Yeah, it
It's-
doesn't mean anything's wrong. Just I
No.
know that somebody got Michigan cherry and it was oily, and I was like, it probably just got packaged way too fast. So
Because we actually spray the flavoring on, so it is a flavoring that's sprayed. It's not
like a oil.
powdered.
It's a flavoring
so
oil.
it's an oil, and it rotates in this big thing, and
And
it
it will
sprays
soak
it on,
into the bean
and
as
then it will
time.
soak in.
Yeah.
But it
And
doesn't
usually
affect
it
the flavor.
sets
That's
before
so
it's
good.
packaged
No.
as well. And if it doesn't, then that's when
Yeah.
it might look a little different. But nothing's wrong with it
Yeah.
at all.
No.
It's actually really, 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 really fresh.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So,
So you might see that just in case you're
but
wondering.
yeah, let it. If the oils are going to affect your machines or
Yeah.
anything, just let it sit for a second.
Yeah, we tend to stay around the medium mark. We have a couple light mediums. Most of them are in the medium, and then even our dark roasts are just that medium high
It's
range.
medium high.
We really don't go above that. It's just not good.
Well, it's not really the best way to bring out the flavor in the beans because you don't want burnt flavor,
Right.
and it just takes away from.
Well, once you get to that medium
flavoring.
high range, you can start to get that smoky and that charcoaly type flavor without getting burnt. The next level is just
or
burnt.
getting bitter,
Yeah.
that bitter, dark, burnt.
We don't really do dark roast.
No.
I like our French roast. I think
Yeah,
that's
so
one
like
of the
our
best
French-
ones.
We've got our Pacific, which is probably the darkest roast.
Yeah, Pacific
Yeah.
and then
And that
Sumatra.
honestly is like 15 seconds longer. Do you know what I mean? Than
Pacific
Italian.
and Italian, yeah.
And then French roast will be a little bit less dark. So those would be our 3 darkest roasts, but they're again not dark
Yeah,
in
it's
the
not
in the
like-
world
it's not
of
gonna be like
roasting.
Starbucks.
In other words,
dark.
it's not burnt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pacific will be the closest to a Starbucks kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pie has the most smoke in it for sure.
I think we made that to replicate or to get close to their dark without going too dark.
And I mean, we know that some people think for straight coffees, particularly, that taste, that what I call a burnt taste, they think that's coffee. And if coffee doesn't taste like that, it's not good coffee, right?
Yeah, we have gotten that before.
That's what they're used to tasting. And I get it. If that's what you're used to tasting and you think that's the coffee taste, you're not going to find that in our coffees. You're not. It's not going to be bitter. It's not going to be
So smooth.
burnt. But we'll have smoky, rich, dark notes, just not going that far.
Thank you, Joshua. We spend a lot of time tasting coffee.
Yeah.
So,
But it's hard to convince the general public here, especially when you go to a gas station and you get that burnt tasting coffee.
but we are in a lot of C stores, and I've actually convenience stores. I've actually spent the last like 4 weeks at shows, and it's really nice to talk to the owners, 2 of the stores, and they're just like, we just love your coffee.
Yeah.
We take your coffee. You know, people get so upset if they can't get your coffee, and it's nice because those games are really elevating their coffee with the
Yeah.
bean to cup machines where they're taking whole bean coffee and grinding it right
right.
there. I mean, it takes a minute and a half
Nice.
to get a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
It's
we
crazy.
know that burnt taste
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that burnt taste a lot. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I hate
really
it.
the thing is that if you put enough cream and sugar and milk in it, then you're dulling that taste.
Right.
So my
But then you
husband
get
says a
that
lot of
bitter,
coffee shops
too.
really aren't in the coffee business, they're in the milk business.
That's
So you got to
true.
put lots of milk and
That's
sugar
true.
in it.
Yes, you're right. Starbucks does that for sure.
Not a fan.
And there are people who love it, and then they come
Yeah.
to us and they're not getting that like burnt bitter taste, so they
And people who really like
Don't like our
chicory,
coffee.
like we don't have a chicory coffee either.
Chicory's so
Yeah.
weird to me.
And it is weird to me, but some people just love it.
I think
We
it's a
don't have a
Southern
chicory
thing.
coffee. Maybe we should. I don't
Yeah.
know, but it's not my flavor of
Yeah,
choice.
I don't know that
No.
I've ever really had it. I had it in some cold brew, but I don't remember
We've had
having
on one
it.
of some of our
Yeah.
competitors' coffee for sure. Are
Yeah.
really chicory heavy when we were matching some coffees. And it's like
Yeah.
we just don't have.
Like, what
anything
is
that's been
chicory? Is it like a
chicory.
root, a weed? Like, what is it?
Joshua, what kind of notes do you like? Do you like an earthy coffee, or do you like more of like a citrus, acidic, a light? What are you looking for? I'm just curious what you drink normally.
Yeah.
My guess is acidic.
My
bright
guess is
coffee.
La Manita would be a very
Well,
good
I was
fit.
Well,
gonna
that
say
is unless
Kenyan.
he really likes it, then it's going to be
Then it's
Kenyan.
gonna be Kenyan.
Just because
Yeah.
Branson and Logan love that
Yeah.
flavor profile, that
Kenyan,
acidic,
Ethiopian.
bright.
Well, that's a I
Coffee.
like guac because it's super earthy.
I like guat a lot. I don't
I like
think
to
it's an
taste my
everyday
dirt.
coffee for me. Like it's not an everyday
If
to
it's-
me, but
Brewed in a pour over every day for sure. The
Um,
Ethio is really good though.
you know, I had that Mocha Java.
You love
too.
fruity
That
notes.
was really
There
good.
you go. You're gonna be
Oh.
right in that Kenya.
Oh,
Yeah, you might like La Manita though.
I think lemon. It
Costa
depends.
Rican
Do
La
you
Manita?
like? Do you like bright acidic coffees?
Yeah.
So La Manita takes
Is
on
the
more
question,
citrus,
or do you want
right?
like a cherry chocolate note?
Tropical. Oh yeah, you're right in the Kenya.
Oh yeah, you like
You're-
the Kenyan.
Yeah.
And it's funny because a lot of people I feel like who like the indie shops and that kind of style is definitely that bright acidic coffee.
Yeah.
And it's just not what I prefer. I liked, but even in wine I do. Like I want a chocolate, cherry, fruity, sweet
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. I just like Costa Rica La Manita. It's
La
my favorite.
Manita is, you can't go wrong, honestly. I feel like La Manita is just such a,
La Manita's a good mix of that citrus with a little bit
Yeah.
of the like balanced earthy.
It's got the caramelized sugar, the
Yeah.
milk chocolate. It's, to me, the
Yeah.
perfect coffee.
a
I drink it
nice
every day.
balance.
it is. I mean, a lot of us that was exclusively drank flavor coffees switched to the La Manita because
Yeah.
I think it had a lot
Yep.
of those notes.
I used to drink flavors every day, and now I'm just like, La Manita is
and
my baby.
Beanery's a good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beanery's a good base coffee too.
Yeah.
But I would pick probably Guatemalan. So like out of our like unflavored coffees, our breakfast blend and our French roast for blends.
I like French
those are
toast
my
a lot.
two favorite
But
blends.
you know what?
Have you had the Mocha
Espresso.
Java?
I do love our Mocha Java.
It is
it's
so good.
delicious.
I
don't
forget
drink
about
it
it
enough.
every time I have it. Yeah. But
Well,
it's
you know
so
what was
good.
really funny coming from a store? People always assume Mocha Java meant chocolate, right? Because
Yes.
of the words mocha.
Right.
But it's actually from the ports of Mocha and Java.
Right.
In the
It's just blended
Indonesia.
coffees, right?
Yeah, right from those
Yeah.
ports. But that's a super good, like medium balanced coffee.
That's got a little more oomph in it to
Yes.
me. If you
My
want
sister's
that little
favorite
oomph
coffee.
to it.
Oh,
Yes.
aftertaste of dark chocolate. Yeah, I mean,
okay.
then you might be. I mean, the Mocha Java has almost no citrus. I don't think.
Right. No, I don't think so either. That's how I like it.
I feel like I want to try it, like just drink all of our
You know,
straight coffees
CB Select
again.
is a great coffee too.
I do
CB
love our
Select.
CB
It is a
Select.
great coffee.
Yeah.
And so is
I feel like
our
we
espresso.
just have a really hard
our
time
espresso
choosing.
is so good too. You might really like our espresso.
Yes.
Actually.
I brewed
Yeah.
like 80 pucks
Okay, you
yesterday.
need to just get the little
Yeah.
things of all the straight
Right.
coffees
Just
and
try
try
it
them all.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to do a pour over too, because that'll bring the notes out.
Yeah.
If
for
you like
each
unflavored coffee, then our classic collection has got all of our little
Yes,
samplers
the
in
classic
it.
gift set. I think that's almost the best way to do it. They
Yeah.
are pre-ground,
Yeah.
but they're nitrogen sealed. So
And that's not all of them. I know like Pacific's not in
Right,
it.
no.
I don't think, right?
I honestly can't
Yeah.
remember. It's got 12.
Or just go by sample. Honestly, just go buy samplers on the website.
Yeah, it's just that we
Individual
don't have
samples.
them in all of them.
The classic
Yeah.
selection, you get all of them. That's what we're saying.
All that we
yeah.
have.
Yeah, all the ones that we have
Okay.
available.
Which is kind of a nice way to try it, and then you can buy the beans if you like it.
And you can also get a sampler of Hawaiian and Jamaican on the side too, which is a super fun way because they're just such high-end coffees that, you know, rather than buying a huge bag, just buying a sampler of it, it's a great way to try it too.
And just see which ones you like. I mean, I think it's a really easy way. What about the variety pack? Is that live yet or not?
The variety pack is live.
Okay, because I've got to order
live.
2 for a client. So
Yeah,
fun.
so we have 48 count variety packs are live.
This is the size
Regular
of the 48
and decaf,
count.
and then there's also a right roast version of it as well.
Yeah.
So it's 2 of each of the flavors?
Yeah, it's 2 of each of the flavors, and I believe Beanery and Colombian might be in there, but don't quote me on that.
Until our new flavors come in, our lids come in or something for the rest.
Yes, yes. Our espresso,
Our espresso is delicious.
it's really good. It's really good brewed as a coffee
Yeah.
too, not just as an espresso shot.
That'd be excellent as a pour over.
Yes, and it is. It kind of bridges that gap between the light and dark, like the citrus and the, you know, it's a really good middle of the road coffee,
Yeah, it is.
which makes it a great base for drinks, right?
Which is what you want.
But
Absolutely.
we did try a light roast espresso a few
Oh,
years
we
ago,
did.
and
That was good.
when it came home to the
fabulous.
blonde roast espresso, which I thought was super
I
interesting.
still wish that we
it
could
really
launch
made
that.
a great drink. We should revisit that one.
It was so good. It was so different than anything we'd had before.
Yeah, and it made the drinks taste different using
Yeah.
that base. It
Yeah.
was just, it was
It's interesting how it does that.
Yeah. Maybe we'll go back to that.
Yeah.
But variety packs are live. And once we have our 3 new flavors, we'll change up the variety pack a little bit to include those.
To really get all of them, yeah. That we're getting all of them. They're available right now. And we're just adding a few to the mix. What?
Yeah.
German chocolate cake.
German chocolate cake, maple syrup, which is Vermont maple, and
English or
butterscotch
toffee.
Butterscotch
Yeah,
toffee,
those are the 3 new ones. They're on the way. Hopefully, just like a month or so.
And we just try to evaluate which were the most popular flavors and start to incorporate those into other things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
rearranging the shelves.
Rearranging
which
the
Brittany
shelves.
was sore
Oh,
from.
But don't forget Mother's Day is the 14th, guys.
Oh,
and, you know, coffee does make the
I
perfect
probably
gift.
should get some coffee for my mom.
I know,
She
right?
would like it.
I'm probably
My
buying
mom's
plants.
right here, so
Yeah.
she can get her own coffee. So I have to figure something else out, guys.
Yeah. You've got Mother's Day and birthday month for Lori. So.
I know, it's tough. And then my anniversary is like a week after my birthday. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
tough for my husband.
I already
feel a little
ordered your
bad for
first
him.
birthday gift. I'm excited.
Well, but also he could just do something like really big if he wanted.
If he wanted, yeah.
I had an idea for him the other day for your birthday. What was it? Probably not appropriate. So
Oh my gosh.
Something.
Thank you, Joshua.
yes.
Oh,
He said Happy Mother's
Oh,
Day. You
thank
can't
you.
read that far.
to all of us moms.
We
Thank
are
you.
our
I know I
moms.
can't read it.
Lots
I'll
of
sit
moms
there
here.
and squint.
Okay, well, Let us know if you have any questions about
And
anything
sorry,
we
my
talked
quiz
about.
was such a bust.
I
Your
know. We'll try the
quiz.
quiz again next time.
Yeah.
Well, what we should do is we should post the quiz beforehand.
In which dessert will you find coffee?
We'll try to
Oh,
post the
that's
quiz
Tiramisu.
like maybe on Tuesday or something, and then we can do it with you guys.
You guys can
live.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real.
Do you know there's an
interesting quiz.
Elephant House
Sounds like
in
a plan.
Edinburgh? There's a coffee shop
What
In
is
called
that?
the
Edinburgh?
Elephant House.
It's just called the
Cool.
Elephant House.
Sweet.
What's special about that?
So cool.
Like, congrats, but why?
All right. Everybody have a wonderful week, and hopefully it's warmer where you're at.
Oh, God.